All right, here he is, the charismatic UFC lightweight contender and former Bellator champion, Iron Michael Chandler. He said when he signed with the UFC, Daniel, he was not here for a long time, but a good time, and been a darn good time thus far seeing Michael Chandler compete in the big show.
It's been a good time for us. I don't understand how he's having fun when he's involved in those types of fights, but this guy's an absolute beast. I mean, he is a forward pressure, face-first fighter, and those are always the ones that we enjoy. Michael Chandler has the ability to just take you out, but he would prefer to punch you in the face. Let's see how many he goes. Let's see how many he can land tonight as he steps to the octagon again.
And plus athlete doesn't even begin to describe it. Let's see how it goes for Michael Chandler in another big spot tonight. Michael Chandler steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Well, you can argue he's one of the best boxers in the UFC, even though he fancies himself a well-rounded mixed martial artist, but always changing up the location of his strikes, the tempo. This guy is a well-versed, world-class striker.
Yeah, he's a world-class striker, and we always have a lot of fun on our shows about the best boxers in the UFC. Start talking Holloway, Masvidal, Blachowicz. This guy is along the lines of that in regards to how he implements that skill inside the octagon. He goes out there, fights behind a beautiful jab, and he sets everything up perfectly with the hands, and that is why we see him securing so many knockouts inside the UFC's octagon.
Yeah, had a lot of knockouts as an amateur, not just in MMA, but in boxing as well, and just wearing those tiny 4-ounce gloves here tonight. We'll see if he can add to that total. All right, so the tension is palpable. Both fighters have graced the octagon, ready to go here at the famed Honda Center in the Big A, Anaheim, California. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Iron Michael Chandler. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy,
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, big spot in a career full of them for Iron Michael Chandler as this round gets underway. He has had a lot of big highlights since he signed with the UFC. As far as his strength and conditioning regimen, there may be guys who work as hard. Nobody works harder than Michael Chandler, and he believes he is going to be able to outlast the opposition here tonight and take him into deep waters.
Power of Chandler is a sight to behold, man. He's so dangerous, he's so strong physically, and he has so much belief in his strength and his ability to fight at a high pace that he won't slow down.
All right, so there's that power right from Michael Chandler. He talked a lot about mixing it up this week, but that right hand is his weapon of choice, and he found the button early.
It is his weapon of choice, and I think a lot of his success is based on the fact that he's such a high-level wrestler. So when he level changes, people tend to drop their hands, and Chandler drops that big right hand on him. I think this is one of the best athletes in the entire UFC.
So 1 minute into this fight, and as many people expected, the action absolutely crazy, back and forth. This is a full-on brawl, DC.
It's hard to watch a fight like this and call a fight like this because you never know when somebody's going to take that one shot that finishes the fight.
Trying to establish that jab once again. Massive head kick.
I give one, I take one. You give one, you take one. That's how this fight is being played out.
Oh, nice straight there by the Korean Superboy. Good jab. Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. He misses with it there. All right, gets inside, gets the single collar tie here.
He is throwing his entire hip into these body shots.
Immediately gets the underhook. All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body, starting at it.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not manhunting inside the octagon. I think he is fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself. Great job finding an opening and landing a beautiful punch from the clinch. Oh, nice body shot.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, he tags him with the straight hand there. Nice job by Short.
He looks like Pac-Man. He's taking so many strikes to the head.
Big shots being landed on both sides here. Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Michael Chandler. Straight right hand now, just misses. Oh, he's staying busy here, connecting with a barrage of punches. Set up that high kick. Some nice power there with the left hook upstairs. And yet another hook landed there by Choi. Good job by the defense to prevent that shot from getting through. Michael Chandler gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Push kick there to the body.
Oh,
Chandler gets caught by that straight punch. You gotta do better than that defensively. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. Cut man's gonna have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now. Because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him.
Back and forth we go. There it is, yet another strike targeting that already bruised area on his body.
Well, you can tell that he had a purpose to come out here, make an investment, and see how it would play out. It seems to be working right now.
20 seconds to go in round one. Body shot there. Good pressure. Keep going with that. Nice kick to the body. Seconds winding down in the opening round. Round two next. All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Oh, huge right hand from Michael Chandler yet again, and I don't like the one he landed on there.
I mean, Michael Chandler is a beast. I think he's one of the best athletes we have in the UFC. He works extremely hard, and he's one of those guys that you just want to root for. He's got great power, but don't forget about that wrestling background that allows Chandler to get those hands to drop, thinking that you're going to take him down, and then up over the top, that overhand right lands.
Nice punch there by Chandler. Oh, good block there. All right, so the hands are crispy tonight. Not exactly what we thought we would see out of this wrestler, but as a former two-time U.S. Olympian yourself with some heads, you can fall in love with this.
You can fall in love with the striking, but he is showing tonight that everything starts with his wrestling. It gives it a level change, which then in turn helps him land in the striking. He looks fantastic. I did not expect him to look this good in the boxing tonight.
Chandler's doing a nice job there raising the guard to protect the eye with that block. You can't allow that cut to get worse as this fight continues. Could be the beginning of the end here.
Now we're going.
Nice job to set up the counter there. He waited patiently, and when his opponent got a little bit over-aggressive, he greeted him with a beautiful counter. Nicely done. Straight right hand, no good. Not much behind the takedown offering there. 3 minutes. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top. Oh, that right hand barely missed there. Oh, it's back and forth we go.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive than we saw in round 1, and now starting to find himself in the pocket. Establishing the jab. Oh, he just continues to attack that cut around the eye. Gotta think his vision's compromised now.
As he should, right? Another one. He's hurt bad.
Big right hand. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round 2. Oh, a nice jab to the head there by Michael Chandler.
He's got the single collar tie.
Nice job by the fighter here to continue to block the shots coming his way. You think he's trying to sort of fatigue his opponent here a little bit?
He's kind of watching and seeing everything that's happening in front of him. Later, you'll see him start to go counter after blocking shots. Nice punch lands over the top.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut. Block that one.
Different round and the striking clinic continues. Shades of Max Holloway back in the day against Calvin Kattar. Every strike from this round seemingly is found target.
I mean, it's landing. Oh, that hurt bad. These guys are going at it.
Chandler's really bleeding heavily now. That.
Oh, no!
Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but go finish the guy.
It seems like the guy's playing with his food. You know, he's having a good time out there. Everything's working. He's in the zone. It feels like at any moment he can end the night of his opponent. But he seems to be having fun. And hey, to each his own, I guess. I'd be rushing out of that octagon.
Yeah, you don't play this before.
No.
Back and forth we go. Chandler's nose is absolutely mangled at this stage of the fight. I'm no doctor, but... Final seconds here of round 2. Sure, his nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. All right, well, that's the end of the round, and we will go right into the corner of the fighter with that brutal cut on his nose. Really, really bad here. You got to think they're going to, at the very least, call the doctor in, and if that cut gets any worse than it is now, they will have no choice but to stop this fight. All right, let us re-rack some replays of the damage done in that round, see if we can isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, a nasty cut opens up when he lands there. It's a beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible defensively, and he's really paying for it because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. All right, so next round underway here, and you got to admire the stamina that both of these guys still exuded towards the end of that round. Both men put a particular focus on their cardiovascular commitment in this training camp, and it's clearly paid dividends here tonight. We have two legitimately fresh fighters here as we hit this next round. Feels like the beginning of the end. Oh, the damage just continues to be inflicted. And with respect to the athletes, if this was a movie, I might just walk out. I don't need to see anymore.
I mean, I just don't need to see it. It's to a point now where it's getting a bit uncomfortable. You have a fighter who's clearly outmatched, and his corner will not save him. This is crazy.
Joy gets tattooed with that hook. Beautifully timed and placed.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Well, I'm no fighter.
He's got him hurt. He's got to start looking to finish. Oh, nice right hand.
Joy's in half guard. All right, big storyline starting to develop here. That cut really starting to get wide open as this fight continues.
And you can watch it, you see it. You can see it becoming his focus as he's popping him on that cut, and it's starting to open up more and more as the fight goes on. There it is, now he's going to mount. Great shot on top by Chandler.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent.
Look at that. Recognized he was about to lose position.
Chandler's an absolute mess. I wonder if they might call in the ringside physician and potentially stop this fight. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Good, solid strike on the ground.
Now he's got good body position, yup. Another ground and pound strike lands for this man.
Looks to me like he's got that submission close.
Starting to get deep. Looks like he's going to get the finish. Arm triangle getting very close. He's got to clear that guard, though, if he wants to find a finish. Very smart there. You never favor submission over a dominant position.
Making all these shots count. Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Choi. Well, he has got to be thrilled with this effort here tonight. There was a lot of pressure on him coming in. He has doled out a lot of damage, landed a lot of strikes, near flawless execution.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do is what's expected. When you're expected to win, sometimes it's hard to live up to that expectation. He lived up to that expectation, and he exceeded it with such a great performance.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage. That one appeared to stun. Ooh, diving punch lands. Trying to finish this fight. Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
Oh, reverses the position there. Nice transition by Chandler.
Now he's going full mount.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse. And you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. We got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward. This is where he wants to be.
Postures up and delivers a massive ground and pound punch to the head.
That was nice.
Really using his physicality to his advantage now.
He lifted up the neck and snuck his arm underneath to try to get a choke.
Oh, that through choke is tight. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by the Korean Super Bowl. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that round is in the books. Chandler's nose is thankful that's the end of the round. Got to be broken. A lot of blood coming out of that nose area. And we'll see if they indeed call on the ringside physician to take a closer look. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Yep, right hand over the top. Another punch to the head.
And another one. Oh, and he finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say? Try again?
If at first you don't succeed, you try again. And this guy is the poster boy for that saying, because he shot many takedown attempts, and he finally has secured one.
Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you don't have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defense.
Chandler's in half guard.
Getting them out here.
Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Chandler. All right, side control now. Oh, looks like he's trying to isolate an arm, maybe set up a Kimura here, DC.
He's attacking the Kimura. Watch for him to step over to try to get him up on his hip.
You gotta be kidding me. He's out. Oh, what a moment there as they make their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely right.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all that practice wasn't what they wanted to see. They're back up on their feet now, and they're popping forward. They're excited.
Chandler's taking aim at that cut right now, and hard to blame him, right? Might as well continue to target that area and see if you might get a referee or even a doctor to intervene here. Well, no surprise to see him target that swelling upstairs.
Targeting that swollen eye, getting back after him, making him work, and recognizing like, hey, this is my path. It's working, I'm gonna stay on.
Textbook form there, postures up, and gets the elbow home.
Oh, right into mount.
Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position. And you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler.
Postures up now and lands a devastating strike to the head.
He's got to start throwing now.
Postures up. Oh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep. Right to side control, yep.
Chandler's back in full mount. Well, he's got his back now. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound. In the half guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Oh, nice.
Not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Chandler. And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground.
Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Chandler's in half guard.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Good work from the top here by Michael Chandler. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, there's the end of the round. High intensity, high drama. The nose is severely cut up right now. We'll see what the cut man can do to try to maximize these 60 seconds. All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
5th and final round. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Deep now.
Oh, big elbow.
Well, you don't blame him for continuing to badger that cut. Things are getting bloody, champ.
Yeah, you got to be careful now, because as it bleeds, you got to worry about the blood going into the eye. Now it's time to start being on high alert.
Oh, beautiful jab there. Oh! Choi gets caught by... Oh, massive diving punch, flush to the head. Oh, we got blood now, folks. Doctor might need to step in shortly. We got a huge situation here. Side control.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Michael Chandler.
Got to be careful here.
Well, he's avoided a lot of the damage here on the ground. Nicely done with the head movement there.
Not staying still underneath his opponent is allowing him to not get hit with anything too damaging.
The Korean Superboy gets up, and somewhat surprisingly, despite having a dominant position on the ground, he wants to take this fight back to the field.
You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight. Passes the half guard now, and he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
And very effective with the ground and pound.
Oh, he got to his spot.
And he is back up to his feet. All right, very late in the fight now, DC. I know we don't have open scoring, but correct me if I'm wrong, he needs a submission or he's losing this fight.
He is not a big puncher, so he needs to get...
That's it! Duho Choi gets the finish.
Holy smokes!
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, the Korean Superboy, Duho Choi.
So the Korean Superboy Duho Choi with another highlight for the reel here tonight. A big win for him in this featherweight division. And it's pretty wild to think that this guy is just getting started. Now let's see just how far he can take it. But tonight the celebration is on, undeniably. A huge step in the right direction for Duho Choi here tonight.